You had the video, huh?
Yeah, and even his own witnesses were not consistent. And so,
You can touch the glass if you want.
Are they going to eat or what? Did they already eat?
oh, there's stages like
There's
one
nobody
course
at the table. There's nobody at the table. So that's what I'm saying.
You know what? I bet they did. They're going out a different way.
That's what I think. But the buses are out. They have not set. All the tables are still set with water and everything. And globes on it.
You can see the table set up from here.
With a giant bell.
Big crystal globes.
Yeah. You know what? I think they're plastic. I think they're plastic.
Or maybe
Whatever. I think it's the reception after the event. This is an exclusive group here.
Okay, Mr. Frank.
that's what we know.
Thank you. I got a bowl.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You gonna camp out all night?
No. When they leave, we'll leave. I just want to see how it plays out. So, yeah.
That's what we know.
We got this far.
Yeah, this is good. I will go plug my car, home in my car and stay.
No, we're okay. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Much respect, gentlemen.
Next year,
Next year.
we're going to have a light brigade. Did you hear?
Ooh, I like
we
those.
are.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Those are nice.
Yeah, we'll try it out a couple times before.
Okay.
Make sure it works.
See you guys.
Hey,
Last year.
get those 20 like poster lights,
Yeah.
or those 15 like Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you can score a bunch of those, especially when the Christmas ones go on sale after.
The trick, we need the battery like she has.
Yeah, they're double
Battery
A's.
pack. They're hard to find in Targets or anything like that, so keep your eye out. If
Yeah,
anybody sees
the
those
poster
in
light
town,
strings that
I
take
have
the
the
double A
10
batteries, I've
forever.
seen those in
let me know.
Walgreens.
Because yes,
I'll tell
right
Mary.
after the holidays when
I'll
they
tell
go
the
on
Capone
sale.
girl
Yeah.
I got the plan.
I'd seen those poster lights in Walgreens.
Right on. Right on. All right. That's what we need.
And we got public
Close and
safety
leave the lights,
right
the rest
here
of it's
again.
easy.
So well, will be safe.
I don't know what I meant.
Couldn't have been a better day.
No.
Okay, did you say that they... What does industrial agriculture do with you know everything? What's the big...
They just can't survive. They can't survive.
So basically all the bean and cornfields, there's no nitrogen in that area?
No, there's no life. There's no life. They killed it. There's no life. There's no life.
So that everything to grow.
And what's good for the fish and the earthworm is good for the earth. That's
The soil is just a host. Now for the nitrates, everything they put in, everything they put out. It
Yeah.
doesn't work with the seed, it's just a back job for
You know
the
what?
They're like big petri dishes.
At the big,
And they got to add everything.
at the big rain we just had like a week ago or something. I
Yeah.
think they did this. I heard from old timers that the campo grounds is where people used to go hunt micro. So I was going to check and see if they killed their own, you know, but I didn't. I didn't do
Well,
my homework.
a few years-
But yeah, to me that's a big deal.
I have
You know what I mean? Plus everything, but I mean, you
I have
know,
a 8:15.
because
Yeah.
that's aeration and, you know, and weeds. They are the
Yeah.
deep root system. They bring up the nutrients.
Well, and the soil becomes more alive with not only earthworms and dung beetles dig
Yeah.
holes. There's all kinds of insect holes, and then there's mammal holes. You know, there's all kinds of holes.
Moles
And moles,
and
I think probably are good for the. I just seem like they would be.
Even like we have in our pastures, there's even some pocket gophers out there, and we don't care if there's pocket gophers in the pasture because they're making holes that allow the water to go down on the ground. We don't want pocket gophers in the garden. We'll try to get them out of there because they cause way too much mischief there. But pocket gophers out in the pasture.
Did you hear, remember a few years ago, someone had replicated a study of taking 1 square foot of a field or some piece of land,
Okay.
and just dug in it and tried to come up with every kind of insect that there was in that 1 foot. Then, you know, then they did it again in a field that had been sprayed with the
Yeah.
chemicals, and the comparison between those 2 1-foot squares, almost nothing
Living.
in this square that had the treated prop.
Yeah.
Whereas the untreated, it was full of life. And bees are going to it. And bees are going away from it and living to tell about it.
And they can't find their way home.
Yep. I mean, I had a bee come into my apartment, and I got it out. I didn't want to kill it. I
Traffic. I can't find my way home.
Yeah, I wanted. See, there's a little break in my screen, in my patio door. So somehow he had come, or she. I just said she had come in there. So I got her to go back out, so that she could get on her way. I think she was confused by the fact that there was no glass there. So.
Next year, they might give us a glass of water or something. Might have a little jug out here for us. Possibly even a little latrine.
I'm gonna hope that next year they discover that they can't even do what they do.
Well, yeah.
So I'm
Yeah. Or this will get me inside.
You know that Miracle Grow out, is that what it's called? Miracle?
Yeah, Miracle Grow.
That plant feed,
Yeah.
put out on the
Yeah.
market. Is that safe?
I
It's
don't know. It's chemical.
it's a chemical stuff.
So it's probably a lot of that stuff's it's too harsh for like life.
It's
not good for children and other living things.
It's probably okay if you got a potted flower that you want to like
Yeah.
zip it up a little bit. I wouldn't put it into anything where I'm gonna
Yeah. Bushes or
Yeah.
roses for outside.
So where's your farm at?
because you're feeding the plant, you're not feeding soil.
Where's your farm at?
Luck, Wisconsin,
Oh, really?
which is we are 85 miles northeast of downtown Minneapolis,
Okay. Wow.
just across the river, Wisconsin.
oh, he's on the phone with somebody.
I forget the time, but they do allow this until I think 11, maybe.
Yeah, I never. This is the first time I've stayed out for the entire thing. Why would?
Yeah, our show is usually done around 7:15.
Yeah, you know, when you guys get hauled off to the can, the rest of us are pretty much blowing out of here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this plays out. That's all.
Well, I wanted to have a whole bunch of groups, like the Indigenous Iowa,
It probably is.
the CCI, the Pipeline,
It wouldn't be
Women's
surprised how
groups,
many birds nest on
the
this
Women's
building.
International League, the Veterans for Peace, the Teachers Association. I wanted to walk over to the to the utility board sign and say a little prayer or protest over there or something. Have it be like, we did a multi-purpose basket, two-purpose.
How close is that to here?
Close
It's
enough.
actually not all that far. It's
400 yards.
like a little bit that way, a little bit that way.
I've been there, but I don't know where it
It,
is.
Well, it's a historical place.
and believe it or not,
Two women really kind of made history.
they have, that building has an energy rating of some sort. It's not Energy Star, but it's like a LEEDs building
Yeah.
for environmental,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Not a platinum.
No, it's like some, they got some environmental certification
Okay.
because of how the building is powered how it's,
Yeah, but
you know.
the politics is totally polluted.
Yeah.
You know, is that really our advocate for a consumer? First of all, I'm not a consumer so much. I'm trying not to be that consumer. You know, so it's not advocating for me.
No, heck no.
Don't you agree with the mercantile
I'm a
corporations?
provider, not a consumer. Yeah. What?
Don't you agree with the mercantile class?
Well,
It depends on what part of it.
supporting what person or what.
And that's so broad. So when you think mercantile, that's so broad.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. What's the mercantile class? I'm sorry.
Little shop owners. And,
Oh, okay.
The merchant
yeah,
class,
yeah,
merchant class.
That'd be called mom and pop.
barber shops,
Yeah.
Yeah.
drug
Yeah.
stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
The small business owners.
Some people cut their own hair.
How about nice? How about Target?
Well, Target, yeah, they're up and comers.
Yeah, I'm friends with
I don't really buy anything from them. I drive by and I see that sign, you know.
I'm friends with the owners of Hillel Groceries on 25th Street behind the gray building. It no longer says Chicha Shack, but it's across from First Christian Church. So that little building that's behind that gray one on the corner, yeah, that's where you get meat that has not been treated. Yeah, they're not a factory of
Which one is
farm.
it? Which
It's
one?
called Hillel, Hillal
Is it
Groceries.
What street?
It's on 25th Street, just south of University.
Okay.
See, First Christian is on the west side of 25th, and Hillel is on the east side of it, behind that gray building. It used to say Chicha Shack, but they changed those awnings and some of the trim in that building to black after they painted that a different shade of gray. And Chicha Shack moved to a location in West Des Moines, so that space is up for lease.
Do they sell other goods in there?
Yeah,
Like
spices,
or,
incenses.
But if we
How about
walked over
perfumes?
there, outside.
Yeah, but the perfumes are you like a little tiny roll-on. They're non-alcohol perfumes, and they're a lot of them at least at the front of the counter. On the front of the counter, are like little balls about that big. But there are some other ones that are behind the counter that you would ask the cashier for.
My inspiration more than anything.
And
And I didn't know.
so you can get them
When I was
there,
going down this road,
and
picking up
you
on
can get
I didn't know they were.
some
You know what I mean? To find
different
them,
kinds of breads that you wouldn't find in most other stores. You can get juices and blend drinks that you won't find in other stores. You can get spices,
they took up my
different
case,
kinds
they
of
couldn't help
rice.
me. But I tell you
Big
what,
bags of
mentally,
rice. You can get 25
that
and
was the greatest
50-pound
thing.
bags in
You know,
there.
that's better than having to wear your
Yeah.
country.
So if, for
You know what I
instance,
mean?
for some reason the Catholic worker needs to get a whole lot of uncooked rice in a hurry, and you can't get, and if no one has a membership to Sam's or Costco, you can go to Hillel Groceries and buy a 25 or 50-pound bag of rice and haul that thing out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is for one that big. I think the 10-pounders usually like $12, $13. And I think the 20-pounders, depending on the brand, maybe like 20, 25. I don't know. It just might depend on the brand. Of course, some restaurants get their inventory or their ingredients from Hillel.
Much more simply than you explained it, even though that's what I need, what your knowledge is.
And like I told someone else earlier, I turned some non-Muslims on to getting their meat from there simply because it's better quality. A little more expensive, but it's darn well worth it.
I thought that was run by a Muslim.
Yeah, it is. But I turned some non-Muslims on to going there
Oh,
I
okay.
told him, well, bring a,
to
bring a baby buffalo.
get their meat and to
Maybe
get
a
spices.
squash a ringer for the fruit flies, the alternative fruit flies. Hard to get a baby buffalo. I don't know, they might be, when do they have their calves in the spring?
I don't know.
They probably have them in the spring, and they probably, by this time, they're probably 3 times bigger than a calf was born in April. Maybe.
There's a bison farm up by us.
Well, Eddie
15
said something
miles
about,
away.
back in the 1800s about they stopped the train and it lasted 3 hours when the buffalo was still going by.
You couldn't even see the end of it, where they were coming from, or you know, the width or the length.
The length of
About
the line of
1872.
Right.
The-
Just think about it, the last days of the buffalo. The Indians probably were being sniped at by the white man, saying, "You get away from our buffalo." You know what I mean? We're out hunting, we got 30-30s, and you got something, but get away, you know, they're probably sniping them, keeping them away from shooting it, you know, at the stragglers, the last ones, you know, when they're almost extinct.
They estimated that about 3 million buffalo might have ran through there during that.
Yeah,
yeah.
during that one run, 3 million.
And that's
Yeah.
just that one location. Now you
Did hear
multiply that,
public safety? 3 million buffalo. How are you going to keep people safe from 3 million buffalo?
you multiply that,
What you do is you say, guess what? If one of them's straggling and you can't make it, you know, they're suffering.
you multiply that by all the others runs of buffalo in other areas at that same
How
time.
many people in Iowa? Are there 30 million? I don't think
About
so.
no, 3.
3 million.
3.
I know.
30.
3 million people and 60 million hogs?
There's about 33 million people in Canada. That's all the people in Canada.
How many? 3 million in Canada?
33 million maybe.
Wow. I know, I mean, the Canadians have been invading the illegal alien Canadians.
Yeah, I have a Canadian friend up in London, Ontario. She told me that if for some reason I have to leave the U.S. and have to run up north, go to London, Ontario, if I can get there.
30 million buffalo. That'd be Canada for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I think it was 3 million.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know how stories go.
No, I was saying to multiply that 3 million by all the other buffalo runs and all the other places where they're going, besides that one spot. You know, that one spot would not have been all of the buffalo that existed in this continent at that time.
Oh no. Yeah.
That would have been just one spot.
And if you're planting each one of these kernels, that would be maybe a couple thousand people whole crop. If you wait a year, it might grow.
Speaking of that corn,
Well, each one of them would actually produce how many years?
probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4 years?
Probably.
3 or 4 maybe?
If there's 1,000 years on here, times 4, that's 4,000 bowls of popcorn.
Well, speaking of that corn, someone had given me a few
Each one of
kernels.
these would make a pretty large bowl because they get it. For popcorn.
Someone had given me
So if this one of these
yeah,
kernels
that's like
produces 4
that's an
ears,
indigenous corn variety.
Yeah.
But someone had given me a few, like 6 kernels of that
years old.
a few years ago. Last year, I gave them along with a whole bunch of other seeds to a person who is returning to Sierra Leone, where she came from, in order to take care of her mother. And I'd given her a whole bunch of seeds. I said, this might help you take care of your family. And so I'd given her all kinds of seeds: onions, peppers, fruit seeds, you know, some veggie seeds. I gave her those corn kernels. So I think it would be totally awesome if she was able to grow all those.
You think she could get in with them?
Oh,
These were kind of like.
I pray that she did. Because, you know, when the Palestinian was the co-winner of the Food Sovereignty Prize, I gave him a bunch of seeds.
Yeah.
And so I prayed that he would be able to get those seeds back in so that he could distribute them.
I wonder if you get 4 ears of corn off one stalk.
On like native stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure possible. But like the super GMO corn that they have right now, they basically get one ear off of this stuff.
Oh, sure.
Which is you might have a smaller secondary ear, but for the most part, it's just like
okay. I didn't know that.
Plant for just 1 ear. You think of all,
And
all that
they're 10 foot tall.
They are 10 foot tall.
Yeah, my sisters used to detassel when they were teens, and they used to pull more than one ear off this. When they were pulling the silks, they were pulling off of multiple ears off of each plant, not just one ear off of each plant.
Really?
Yeah, when they were detasseling back in the 80s.
Okay.
You know, early 80s when they were teens.
See, that's good information to know.
You know where our house is? Dingman House. Have you
I
ever
hope
been
no
there?
one has moved it since the last time I was in there.
Well, about 3 houses down, there was an African family. I don't know where they was from, but they, you might have seen them, Frank. The plants, they planted them sort of like on a hill, and they had corn. It was about 4 or 5 pieces of stalks, and they were, I'm telling you, and somebody said that must have been GMO corn, but I never did see them harvest anything or take anything off of it. I didn't even see it. Of course, I didn't examine it.
Yeah.
It was about 3 houses down toward,
They could have picked it when you were looking.
north. Well, I don't know. I thought it was unusual.
Well, you remember the year that there was a whole bunch of squashes in the Dingman's front yard? Yeah. Yeah, a whole bunch of squashes.
Well, you know,
Big old things.
the same thing happened in where the chickens were. They had a bunch of squash in the yard and nobody planted it, but people asked if they could have it. This was just recently. I said they could help themselves. They got rid of the chickens, had to give them away.
What?
Yeah,
Had to
last
give
year
the
we had
chickens away
100 grannies,
when they moved.
Women's
Colin.
International League of Peace and Freedom, CCI.
Huh. So there are no chickens behind the Furry House anymore?
Several other groups.
Well, when Reverend Billy was here?
Oh, that's a bugger.
You know, they had
Not
to
too
get
many
rid of them
CCI.
when they left the baby.
Well, that's where they get rid of the chickens. Because, I mean,
Nobody wants to mess with them or take care of them.
Ed Bellin was here tonight, I noticed that.
Yeah.
I don't know I didn't know if there were people who have jealousies or
They were
man, I
good
just
about taking
everybody
care of
get
them.
together and make some shit change. You know, educate people somehow. And like I say, you were a
James
very
Temple would have taken those
educational
chickens.
voice in that. That's good.
Well, she found a good home for
You know what I
them.
mean?
That's
I'm
good.
glad you know
They were
that
immigrants.
stuff. See, I'm ignorant. I know it's not so good, and I've been learning, but I know how bad oil is.
At one time, John Franklin had chickens, but I don't think that lasted all that long. But James Temple still has his chickens. I think he's back up to like 7.
Yeah.
67, come on.
One of his hens got egg bound, and so he had to
You feel like
slaughter
you're
her
driving around through a golf.
because she couldn't pass the egg, and then there was another egg behind it.
nuts.
But I think she's getting up there in years for a chicken anyway. So, but yeah, I think he got a couple more chicks, and so I think he might be back up to 7.
They know they got to move because it's so toxic over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Chicken.
You know,
They have no
there's
choice.
rich Chinese that got
Yeah.
hit.
Head out of it for
And
20
they
years and make great.
They can't handle it. Well, poor people don't know how to eat it, but the people that control it
Yeah,
know that.
and
their
some of the
children-
breeds can be really,
And
really
because of Trump,
big.
they're-
Some of the
they are-
German breeds.
They're the
I mean,
moral
they can be
authority
as
now.
big
They
as
are-
a Polish
they are.
giant
And where
rat.
we, we stepped out of it.
They're
And the
taking
only
money.
thing that's keeping our currency
And they can
alive
be that
is
big.
We've had the moral
Yeah.
authority. The minute you lose it, our
Are they
currency is so
bringing
bogus.
this to
It's worse
Poland?
than the Soviet
Yeah, the
Union.
Polish giants. Yeah,
And
there's
they,
there's a related German rabbit that's
All they do
about
is
as
put
big.
up that shit, containers, and run
I
through the world.
saw one on I think
You think
Animal
there's any
Rescue League
control of
site.
that printing press about my money? Come on.
I was just perusing
Yeah.
just for something different to look at, and I saw Polish giant rabbit.
Yeah.
And then it was featured
Yeah.
on the ARL. Sometimes goes
Yeah,
on
when
to
you
one
got
of the local
presidents
TV stations
surrounded by
during
generals,
like
the
noon
president's
news
gonna
or morning
step
or
away
whatever.
from martial law.
And
Yeah.
I think at one time they had a Polish
You know what
giant
I mean?
rabbit
Wow.
featured
And
on
the generals would be the good part about it.
their little pet segment.
You know?
Well, we can only hope that Trump tries to get stupid with nuclear weapons, that they just say no. And if they say no, at that point, is it a coup?
That's right. It's like
Yeah.
he's gonna play
Then there
president and
has
say,
to.
"No, you cannot
Then
go
you
out
have
and
to
play
invoke
today."
that clause in the Constitution that says if people don't like the government, then they have to change it.
But don't worry. If we get into some conflict, it's an instant martial law, and everything changes then. We wouldn't get up at this door today. Believe me. You know what I mean? And if you support the Palestinian people, watch out. They'll pick you up at 8 o'clock. They won't wait till midnight.
Well, it looks
I
like
can't
people are
believe
getting in that bus.
All of a sudden, we've lost
Or people hanging out there by the bus.
new moral
I
authority.
think one of the drivers.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Security down there.
So there's
They
actually
must be
some
getting a lot
activity
of
in there?
snacks in between.
Oh. They got little globes up there.
We're kind of like,
Homemade faces.
we're from the bottom of the Titanic, and we get to go out and take a peek at the roof and clean up the dishes up. Can we please clean the dishes up afterward? We want to be good volunteers. We
No,
wanna
those
make
will
a
be
good
taken
impression.
away.
Is
Those
there a
will
big auditorium in here for them to like sit and hear speeches and stuff? Or?
Do they
Not-
actually got toilets in there?
There's the House chamber, there's the Senate chamber.
Sure.
Those would be the
House
biggest
is the
rooms.
biggest, so that's where they do the State of the Union on this side, and that's where they do the.
What is the State of the Union?
It's the state of the state. Or condition of the state, that's what it's actually called.
Oh, that's Nan Stillions? Maybe? No, I don't think so.
In a couple
So
of
the
years.
speech this seems late for dinner.
Oh, she's part of the ruling
Yeah, I'm
class?
thinking it's a reception. If it's anything at all.
So it's
Oh, was it
it's a
macaroni
reception,
here?
it's not dinner.
No.
We just want to see what it's like.
Oh, here comes the people downstairs.
They might have gone up to hear a speech if they were.
Wear costumes too.
Well, see, they've been used to just leaving them whenever they want to leave, and now they have to leave through the protected door. And they have to keep the door closed.
Yep.
And you know, it's like if you're coming to something like this and you have to think about. I think it makes you have to think about.
It's a wave.
I think it makes you have to think.
I think.
Good, Caitlin. Oh, boy.
I think he saw this.
Embarrassingly enough, I brought McDonald's.
Is that sustainable?
Convenience.
You know which one's the
plain one?
One of them is plain, and we have to find the plain.
They might be marked.
Yep.
They usually mark them.
I have one. You want one, Frank? There's one for you if you want. Do you want one? Sure.
Yeah, you might.
To see what it is.
Yeah, five. How about you got five?
You might want to fuel up. Did
Yeah, I did.
Did Eddie? You get one for Eddie?
This one fell out.
That's all right.
Uncle Eddie, you eat everything of old Uncle Eddie.
I'll split this with you, Eddie.
No, y'all go ahead.
No, I mean,
I'll take a
Eddie,
bottle
you're
of
the
water.
man.
You wanted some food. You're the one who asked for it in the first place.
I thought he was going to bring me a peanut butter sandwich back.
Here, you get a piece of mine. You get a piece of mine.
I'm good. I'm good. I got my food.
Boomer.
Oh, they're descending the stairs from the house chambers.
Yep.
Took their seats at these beautiful tables. It's a very grand spectacle.
We got to walk over to the utility side. See a little printer there.
Is it hot grilled the way you like it?
I'm gonna zoom in again.
Is Amy Goodman here tonight?
No.
Well, sort of.
ladies, you like half the chicken? Chicken sandwich. I know it's terrible. Would you like me to have half?
They used to
Might be hungry. Yeah. Got it? Here, I'll take that one. I'll look at it. Well, you got it. I'll give you the paper, too.
Here. You wanted? Did you want it?
You know I don't like chicken that much.
Okay.
It's non-GMO
okay.
paper. I'll get it.
But we got plenty of water. Would you like a water?
Yeah, I appreciate the water. It has, let's see, anything in the bottom of it?
Nobody can do the water? Or just
I got one.
Oh, yeah. One.
Yeah, that's why I turned so you can see my.
Oh.
Usually I keep.
And he gets to wear
Usually I keep
shorts.
this tripod in that pocket. but-
October, almost November. That's awesome. Would that be global warming?
Now this weather has been weird.
Lucky or camel. Yeah.
I think even these guys would agree that it's weird.
It was the second hottest September ever. That's the truth, sorry.
In Iowa.
Yeah. Well, it could be.
Could be worldwide.
Well, if you average it all out.
I think Iowa's water ranks like 49, maybe.
Because, like, purity,
Yeah,
water quality. Water quality.
yeah, I don't know what. And how many of these technical chemicals that we don't really know about that they get test for? Who knows?
They have a bathroom.
There are people, they probably got a clue.
These
about a
buses, I think they do, because these are charters that go.
bathroom. Are you a senior citizen, sir?
They go across. They're not just like a
Can I
local.
get a discount?
Well, they might allow bathrooms for seniors.
These buses can go anywhere because they're hired. They're not like a Greyhound or a Megabus.
Oh,
You hire these buses and their drivers for your group to go somewhere, and then that driver has to follow what the group is going to do.
yeah.
So ceremonies, but
I was with the group, and we hired a bus driver to take us somewhere, and she wanted to do things on her own time. And not only that, she made us almost made us late. And also, when it came time to dump the contents of the bus toilet, she did not do it in the proper facility at a truck stop or a place that has a dumping station. She just
Kept going,
yanked
huh?
it. No, she yanked the tank out, went out to the grass, side of the road, and dumped it.
Wow.
And
Paper and all, huh?
the whole crap, that whole load of chemicals and poo, and who knows what else is in there.
Yeah.
And so we filed a complaint against that company because that driver did not want to follow our itinerary. We had a set schedule, and she was hired to follow that schedule, but she did not. Or she did, but she complained about it. And so we complained to that company. I don't remember if our group ever got a refund or a partial refund or something, or maybe that bus driver got terminated or a reprimand, I don't know, but anyway, we never used that company again for that particular group. But Windstar, they're a more reputable company. CCI, I think, actually hired a couple of Windstar buses for a local thing, for direct action. And so I rode their buses. They're nice inside. And, you know, the drivers are, mean business. They do what the group asks them to do. As long as it's legal, they'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not sure if those buses have Wi-Fi, like the Megabus does.
Yeah.
And I think Greyhound might be even getting Wi-Fi in their buses. Some DART buses have Wi-Fi in
At
them.
our place, we put in,
Yeah.
we put in swales.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a form of water.
what is it, Trailblazer?
Trailways.
They have Wi-Fi.
And then there's Jefferson is the third one.
Yeah.
So I bet Greyhound does also.
Oh, I think so.
I bet they did that because Megabus has Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Subsoilers. So we do.
Yeah, Megabus is how I got to Chicago back in 2012.
Okay.
So it's just basically cutting an 18-inch.
Oh, there's some music going on.
Yeah, okay, cool. You got to figure it out.
35 to
That's
get
what
there,
I mean.
25 to get back.
That's the stuff, you know, they know it, but the land management should be.
Yeah, there's some kind of music going on in there.
No signs.
Is it a 96-piece Dixieland group?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I mean. All that
It's
stuff
like
that
a
you're
march
here
of
for
some
a while,
sort.
that they would.
I can't place it.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
But they need the
It's
40-acre examples.
It's
or
something
4-acre
like you might
examples
hear,
where
like
people
a
come up with all kinds of
royal
diverse
proclamation.
different things.
Say like a monarch enters the room.
See what food can
Definitely not hail to the chief that the president hears when he enters a room.
Is this live music or is
No, it's canned.
it canned?
Oh, it is?
Here comes the Muslim lady for you.
It's so much pomp.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So much pomp.
It's in the wall.
Oh, there's
As close as I've ever got.
This is the, you know it. They let the people from the bottom of the Titanic come up on deck late at night and clean up.
It looks
Maybe
like
somebody won't eat all their pudding.
it looks like they have some kind of an extra setup in there that's normally not there.
If we got some of that government pudding,
Right, and no, I can't tell. The columns are in my way, so I can't see a whole lot.
Let them have pudding, or
No, it's let them eat cake was the phrase
that was
that
Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette
But
said that.
Pink Floyd is let them have their pudding. I forget what it is.
If you don't eat your meat, you can't have your pudding.
But is that an American pudding or a British pudding? There's a difference.
There it is.
Yeah, they got their tokens.
Oh, they probably got some swag too. I'm pretty sure they got some swag. I still have my World Food Prize bag that I got last year when I got into the Boardwalk Dialogue, but then I got kicked out. They only took my credential badge, they didn't take my bag. And I have all the other stuff that came with it.
Yeah, I kind of thought. I thought we might be here for the duration. You never know. Right? I flew on this. I was going to carry it.
So like when they have their shindig at the Marriott, Frank.
The Boardwalk Dialogue.
And there's the you know, like when we went in, and you walk around because we were invited to be there, and there's the vendors that are all there, you know, hawking their wares. What kind of people would like actually pay to come to this thing? Why are they here?
Corporations and
they buy tickets for certain people. They're told you get so many tickets.
They have. You can find a list of associations and groups of people who show up. They always have of all types of types.
Yeah.
There's church-based ones. There's
so-called nonprofits like
It's
so-called
called a
philanthropic.
facade.
So there's
The facade. You know what
they
the
have
facade is?
from Monday till Friday activities.
Yeah.
So there's all types of stuff.
Right.
And that Boardwalk
And it's not
Dialogue
all the
continues
World
tomorrow.
Food Prize, but they're connected with the World Food Prize. And
Yeah.
like that DuPont thing that was 2
The
days ago. That
yeah,
was,
the
that was
Youth
funded
Institute?
by DuPont.
What was that?
That's
It's called
where,
Youth
the
Institute
St. Louis
that
people
DuPont
went to
does?
protest
Oh.
a couple days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was at the Science Center.
Oh.
Yeah, so but it was all part of this large
Corporate marketing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's intelligent marketing from like big tobacco.
So an individual who would come to this as a participant wants to believe that what they're saying is
They're
true.
just doing the greatest thing for the world.
The vast majority who come believe it's true, or they wouldn't come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the modern miracle of agriculture. What Monsanto can do for you.
That's about the size of it.
Well,
This is their entourage.
This is about it. Then they just
This
go
is
home.
their facade.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
If it looks like a farce, if it acts like a farce,
I
I'm
think.
not so sure there's much
I-
more to this.
might
I-
be
No,
a farce.
there's not. But you know what? Our being here and looking at it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
this
yeah,
is
it,
just doing
it
that.
helps.
They
This is
have
like
to- they have to-
they know we're here.
It's like there's a half a dozen people who put this building under siege,
Yeah.
so that they only have one. They have security at one door. They can't just come out at
And they
any
got
door.
public safety viewing it.
It's hilarious, and you have to think about that. Why, why is this happening?
And we're really interested too. What's going on in there? I mean, we're like inquiring minds. I don't know. And they're looking at me
It's like where the homeless people stay on the curb outside a restaurant looking in, and people are having their fancy meals. And
Yeah.
the homeless person is-
Right.
That's us.
And they probably are on the invitation list for many more DuPont and Monsanto events.
And the youth that are invited to go to the Pioneer Youth Institute,
Right, and they can get uniforms, I imagine, and all match.
they only tour a DuPont facility or a DuPont plot.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's how they do it, because DuPont wants to promote themselves to these kids.
The agrigarchy and the oligarchy are connected.
Yep, that's about it.
So, some wine and hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
the
okay,
after.
okay. Oh, wait a minute. We would have missed this. If we would have left 5 minutes ago, we would have missed this. This is really something. And we're part of it. We don't really get to go inside, but we're part of it in a way. I mean, we can't get inside. They won't let us inside. If they let us look through the windows, that's really great.
I am going to have to, despite my power pack, I'm going to have to change battery.
Okay, look, there's going to be enough.
So I can't really hear anything in there, just too much chatter.
There's something going on right here in front of us.
Well, I'm zoomed in, so.
And there's actually some people here that know a lot more than me and ever know about what this is about.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut this down in here.
Is there alcohol?
No doubt. I'm going to shut this down because I got to change my battery despite plugging